In this video, I will show you how to build up a system like this purely with AI without touching Unity at all. And I think it might change your way how you build up simulations and virtual commissioning projects totally. So follow me and please subscribe to the channel. For using an LLM, we need an MCP server. And this MCP server consists of two parts. One is the Unity part, and one is a needed Python server. For installing it, there are two ways. You can get it on the Unity Asset Store, or there is also everything on GitHub. The easier way is the Unity Asset Store way, and that's how we are doing it now. So you need to look for realvirtual IO MCP server. You can search here and just click to add to my assets. This will add you the MCP server to your package manager, and you can download it. Here in my case, it's just an update, and import it into your project. This might take some time for importing, and directly after import, you will get this message here because we require an MCP server, and that's a Python server, and that will be installed into your project to the streaming assets folder. And this Python server will provide the interface between Unity and the LLM. And the advantage of it, it can really fully control Unity, taking screenshots, starting, stopping it. So we need an external tool like that. And by selecting download now, this Python server is automatically installed into your streaming assets. After installation, we can close here, and you will get directly our realvirtual MCP here. By clicking on this here, you will see all the tools provided by our MCP. You can even easily add your tools if you know scripting by adding an annotation to your script. So it's fully extensible without programming custom logic to the MCP server, to the Unity code. And basically you can stop and start the server here. And there's a status information, what the server is currently doing. So we are done, and now we can start using it. So now I opened Visual Studio Code, and within Visual Studio Code, we are mainly using Claude Code from Anthropic, but you are free to use any kind of coding LLM agent you would like to use. I've installed the Claude Code integration, but you can even use CLI if you prefer that, because that's now an empty project. So our tutorial project, what I first do is in it, for that Claude is learning to use our project. So now the LLM is checking the project for learning what we are exactly doing and generating this Claude MD file, what is a little bit the memory over the sessions for Anthropic. And if you would like to save something or remember, put it into this Claude MD. As you can see now, he's already detecting also all our MCP stuff, the readmes for starter, and so on. So he's really learning the basics of our project. And the Claude MD file is generated, and there's a description what the project is, that there are custom MCP tools, and so on. Okay, so now it's installed, and what we are going to do is you will connect to our Unity MCP server. Our server is started, but there's a Claude button, and that's how it's now putting the configuration to Claude Code. And what we should do now is to restart our Visual Studio. For that, we are having a new Claude Code session. So now here it is, after restarting Unity and the Visual Studio Code again. So let's check what we are able to do now. First, check the current scene, what is in. And what we see is that Unity is getting focused, and the communication to Unity is shown here from the MCP, from Visual Studio Code, using the LLM and the MCP for understanding the scene. And let's get back Visual Studio Code here. And here, root objects, blah, 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 blah. First and setup, one motor driven, da, da, da. Please start and check if model is running. So yes, model is running correctly, that the views are growing and the sensor reads from the occupied parts. And that's the reason why I think digital twin and simulation and modeling won't be the same in future. It will change totally. All the nitty-gritty, dragging, dropping, property setting, even doing the kinematization. We will see soon the situation that AI and LLMs are able to do that. So the world of people doing simulations will totally change for sure. And that's why you also need open systems like realvirtual with MCP connections, where the source code is open, where AI is able to understand everything, because then it's able to create productive things for you, save you a lot of time. So let's do maybe one last example. Let's ask AI maybe to build up this full scene once again. So we are starting in a new session. So there's no knowledge now in about the old session. And we are saying, okay, create, stop and save current scene, and create me a scene with a conveyor layer, a source on top of the conveyor, and a sensor at the end. Name the scene AI demo. So again, he's checking the Unity status. Currently, he will see that it's running, action, creating the new scene. He will now check to find a suitable prefab or something like that in the project for building up a conveyor. Let's click on it so that we see we created a conveyor, a box with a source and a sensor beam. Now checking the bounds for checking if the setup is done correctly. So our MCP server is providing all the information for also having a visual understanding of the scene. Now a screenshot for having also a visual understanding of the scene. It's adding our real virtual controller because it's needed. And that's also very special. Our solution, Real Virtual, Professional, and Starter, it's having an included, I would say, MCP-based or MCP-focused knowledge. So our solution is providing to the LLM decent application knowledge. So for example, in this case, the LLM knows what to use. So it knows to add a real virtual component to the scene. And now finally, AI did it after some tries and back and forth. So simulation is started and it's running. the sensor is detecting, it's detecting the parts. So now I might need to change the source and I would say the number of created parts, but basically AI did the job. And that's why I think we are just at the beginning. We'll integrate more and more in AI functions into our product. Simulation, virtual commissioning won't be the same. It will change completely. So thanks and follow our YouTube tutorials and know-how, and please subscribe below. Bye.